Greetings, my people. It's Mr. PDT yet again on another episode of the Enlightenment series. I don't know if I should play you the video first or if I should give you the framework or the context in which the video is in so that you can get a clearer picture, so that you can understand when you are watching the video. Remember the previous episode that I did about this particular lady called Blessing who partnered with Emmanuel Makandiwa with more than $1 million US.
And the brutality that you brought upon my family. I fear church because of you, Prophet Makandiwa. I fear churches. I fear going to church because of what you did to me. You destroyed the person that I was.
We were trying to do the exchange, trying to find out the exchange rate. And then I realized that $1 million US in Nigerian nairas is close to 750 million naira. So now I think you can understand how much she parted with to support this man or to give to God. Because that's what these men say to their gullibles, that every money you bring to church or every money that you give in the form of tithe, you are giving it to God. You are securing a seat for yourself and your family in the kingdom of heaven. And Africans believe that. Can you imagine? So, let me just give you the context. This lady went back to Emmanuel Makandiwa and claimed the money back and demanded that Emmanuel Makandiwa return all the money that she had given in form of tithes. And the reason why she did that is because she had woken up. She had realized that she was manipulated. She was guilt-trapped into giving all these tithes. She realized that this money had nothing to do with God. This money was not going to God. This money was going to Emmanuel Makandiwa. And Makandiwa was chopping that money last without even care, because this was just money coming from gullibles. So when she realized that, she went and claimed her money back. When she claimed the money back and demanded the money back, what did Emmanuel Makandiwa do? Emmanuel Makandiwa orchestrated something that will shock you. I always tell you, the wickedness of these men called prophets, apostles, bishops, and whatever titles you want to give them is beyond the wickedness of our corrupt politicians, is beyond the wickedness of all the thugs, drug dealers, armed robbers, or the thieves, or the rapists in our societies. These men calling themselves pastors, bishops, and prophets, these are the most wicked human beings on the planet. Don't be fooled by their smiles on television. Don't be fooled by their innocent look or by their humility that they display. All that is PR. All that has nothing to do with who they stand for. These are agents of darkness. These are filling in the gap for the devil. These men are being used by the devil. They have nothing to do with God. They are not ambassadors of Christ. They have no truth in them. They are serial liars. The only thing that they want is your money. And once they rip you off, once they milk you, they will show you who they really are. In the case of Blessing Mashangwa, she was almost framed. And she was yet to face 7 years in prison for a crime she did not commit. And why is all that? Because she demanded her money back from Emmanuel Makandiwa. Now you can watch the video, then I'll explain in detail.
Because remember, their idea is to discredit you. Like, I'll give you an example that after leaving EFI, Makandiwa wrote an article. I didn't respond to that. I asked him to talk. He said, bring receipts. He realized there were receipts. Now, after realizing the receipts are actually there, 798, and Mutamangira and Samkange and Tabani Mpofu are now saying, here are the receipts you requested for. Can we have the money? You will not believe what they did. And I would actually want you to play that video. They would do anything to discredit your character. There is a guy called Munyara Zirukato. He is in the protocol of Emmanuel Makandiwa. He came to our house and said to my husband, I am asking you to keep this young man for us for a short while. And if you are to add my husband to this live chat, I have times that I dream. I'm not a dreamer, but I have times that I dream. I actually woke up and I told him, you know what? Someone is going to come and ask you for a favor. But In my dream, it was like, you must record. So when Rukato came with this boy, my husband said, I am going to record this, Mukoma. Do you have a problem with it? He said, no, I don't have a problem with it. He recorded. They left this boy. Then Rukato asked my husband to go for Sadza, whether it was Kugarwe, I don't remember. But I remember before my husband left the house, I said, that video you recorded, can you send it to my phone? Can you send it to my daughter's phone? Can you believe that when they went out to Garwe, he mysteriously lost his phone? 3 months later, after taking care of this guy, police people busted us at our house. We were arrested for kidnapping. And we were like, how? This young man was brought to us. We didn't kidnap him. We were taken to serious fraud. We were actually handcuffed and we were told minimum 5 years. Until my lawyer came with the recording and said, no, here's the recording they took the day Rukato brought this guy. This is the record of Rukato.
I'm going to play the video now.
All right. Zitandia. All right, good. Chichiripo. On what basis? Ugatsanya dzavo. Chendodozi kuti pana kutora here kuti uye kuno pana kuposa kana kuti chii? Watsvagani? Nani? Come, do record. Kuda, I'm recording for any future issues. Right. Wauya kwandiri kuchikumbira handiti wauya naMr. Rukato. Koma ndakuisa pavideo.
Right, inini kuda uya muofisi kwangu achikumbira kuti ndipanogara bosi vanhu vanoita sei vari kutichaka. Saka vana mutino problem ngandisai kutaura namukoma mashango bosi kumba kwangu inini kuplaza. Kune hakuna ma-utilities hakuna wifi nechi. Sana kukumbira mukoma mashango kuti vatichengetere Refund for the time being since tine issue yedu kumapurisa.
Okay.
Saka ndangweta kuti vanofanira kumuchengeta kuitira kuti pakaitika anything tinokwanisa kuzoti aende pari safe for now. Since nyaya yedu takaenda kumapurisa takataurirana. Saka angouya kuzotikumbira kuofisi kwangu saka
Okay, so this video, you said that's the other guy sitting there, the big guy is Makandiwa's security guard or security guy.
Yeah, one of the security guys.
You brought that guy to your husband after you had a dream, actually the previous night or some nights before, that there's someone that's going to come and ask for a favor.
Yes.
But when this person comes, we need to actually record everything they're going to ask for. So this small boy came with Makandiwa security guy, who's actually there in that video as well.
Yes.
Asking to be at your place to stay with you and your husband for a while. He said asylum, or he said some people are looking for him. But then when he came to your house, you gave him, after recording, your husband went for lunch with this security guy, then his phone mysteriously disappeared.
Yes.
But before the phone disappeared, luckily you had asked your husband to forward the video to you and to somebody else. I don't know.
To my daughter. Yes.
Your daughter.
I will tell you something. The day we were arrested, when we were at serious fraud and they were telling us how we were going to go to jail for 5 years, they'd been looking for this boy for 3 months. When my lawyer actually came with that footage, one of the police guys actually asked, where did you get it from? And I asked, was it ever missing? So I was so shocked that, okay, I have given you receipts. You have stood on pulpit, Emmanuel Makandiwa, and you said, if anyone feel cheated, as long as you have got your receipt, you can come and I can give you back your money. But now that you see that Honorable Sam Kange has produced receipts to 798,000, you are now thinking of other ways of discrediting me or silencing me to the point that you are willing to trap me with a kidnapping. I was going to go if I didn't have that video, Josie. What were my chances of explaining that no, Rukato Makandiwa's guy brought this guy?
So UFIC people watching us right now actually know the security guy in the video.
They know that guy, Munyaradzi Rukato. He has been in newspapers with issues of fighting people, trying to protect Makandiwa. And this is what UFIC has done to me. And I'm thinking, if Emmanuel Makandiwa just didn't want with the money, he could have just said, no, I don't want with the money, rather than putting my family through all the drama. And you know what they did? There is no online that didn't run that story. Ocean couple in kidnapping charges. I'm sure you get what I mean. When someone is on a mission to discredit you, why are you discrediting me? When I was in your church, I was loyal. I served you to the best of my ability. I did love you, and I served you well. I asked you, can you come? Can we talk? And instead of coming to talk, you came with a letter saying, give us receipts. The receipts are there. Now you are on to something else to try and discredit me. They have written so many stories about me. I have stopped caring.
So, Emmanuel Makandiwa was willing and he was ready to sacrifice this family. This is not just an ordinary family. This is a family that partnered with you, my brother, with all that they had, because they believed in your vision. And you can be willing to send them to prison for 7 years, because kidnap, it constitutes 7 years imprisonment. And the reason why he had to try to send them to prison, he realized that paying them $1 million is more expensive than paying off officers to come up with trumped charges against her so that she can be thrown in prison, so that she can never speak again. Why do they do things like this? So that they can set an example for the rest of the followers, for the rest of the financial partners to their shrine, that if anyone dares to stand against us or against me, will suffer the same fate. My people, how do these men get to this level of being evil? I'm sure that's the question that you always ask yourselves. So this lady has been giving money to your shrine. Because she came and demanded her money back, you felt the need to try to stage kidnap charges against her. Let me just bring the story again. Let me just explain it in brief to those of you who might not have understood it. Makandiwa deployed his security personnel, according to Blessing Mashangwa, to go with a young man whom I believe was homeless, and asked Blessing Mashangwa, can you please, Blessing Mashangwa and her husband, can you please look after this young man? Apparently, he does not have anywhere to stay. Blessing being wise and the husband being wise as well, they said, this might be a setup. They did not even know it was a setup, but it just dawned in their spirits that it might be a setup. Let us record a video so that it will serve as proof for future purposes. The video was meant to show, or it was just for reference sake, so that if anything goes wrong tomorrow, the one who brought the child will be held accountable. So this security guy brought this child to Blessing's house, and the husband recorded the video of how the child was brought. Soon after he finished recording, that very same security guy that you see seated in the house took the husband out, because he knew the husband had the evidence that they have nothing to do with this young man that was brought in their house. He took him out for lunch. When they went out for lunch, the cell phone that they used to record this video mysteriously disappeared. Little did they know that the husband had already sent this video to the wife. So when this cell phone disappeared, it made them believe that there is no more evidence or trace of their entire plan. The husband went back. 3 months down the line, police stormed in Blessing Mashangwa's house and arrested the wife and the husband. Both of them took them to prison under the charges of kidnap. And they were facing 7 years in prison because there was no proof that they had the legal authority to be with this young man. Because according to the story that they had orchestrated, this young man had been missing. And miraculously, he was found in Blessing Mashangwa's house. Luckily, Blessing's lawyer brought a footage that exonerated them. And they were shocked because they were under the belief that this footage does not exist. They thought they had gotten rid of evidence. So what do you have to say about this man of God called Emmanuel Makandiwa? And all this because he does not want to pay back the money. He doesn't want to pay back the 1 million. And he had to do this to this family. Do you know what else he did to this family? Do you know what else he did to this woman? Your so-called lovely brother, Emmanuel Makandiwa. Do you know? Keep watching, and I'll check you out on the next episode of the Enlightenment series. It's Mr. PDT. I'm out.